Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I'm going to be talking about setting financial goals and getting started with your actual budgets. Now, when you are budgeting, I think it's really important to set yourself some goals. Budgeting is hard. You have to be really strict with yourself. It's really easy to slip back and to extend your budget just a little bit because it won't really matter, and it's really easy to slip. So setting some goals to keep yourself on track, to give you a consistent reminder, is really helpful. So have a think about what your reasons for budgeting are, whether they are just to try and make it through to the end of the month without accruing extra debt, or to actually start paying off debt properly, or to start saving for something in particular. Whatever your reasons for budgeting, write them down. Write them down and stick them somewhere really visible. Stick them on your fridge, stick them on your bathroom mirror, anywhere you're going to see them. Make it your phone screensaver. Anything you can, so that you can see it. The more visible it is, the more it will be a consistent reminder for you, which is what you need. Then when it comes to making a purchasing decision, you can think to yourself sensibly about it. Do I want this thing that I'm looking at purchasing more than I want my goal? And then you can actually make a proper decision, rather than just, do I have the money? Yes, I'm going to buy it. You can think about whether that money that you've got would be better suited somewhere else. So setting goals, I think, is so important before you get started. Once you have got your goals set, it's time to start looking at your actual budgets. By now you should have sorted out what exactly your income is and what your set outgoings are. So the first thing you need to do is separate out those set outgoings. So things like your rent and your mortgage, your car payments, your council tax, your utilities. Those are all fixed bill costs. Separate those out first, and if you have the ability to, physically separate the money from your other money. So we have separate bank accounts. We have a bills account, and then we have a household account, which is sort of a food and fuel account, and then we have another account which is our sort of entertainment money. So we actually physically separate out the money that way. Lots of people swear by the envelope method, which is by having several different envelopes, either in different colours or with names written on them for the different budgets, and actually physically putting the cash inside those envelopes. And then you just use your one particular envelope for whatever it is you are paying for, which again helps to separate it down. The key is to somehow separate the money. If you don't have a way of doing that, you can separate it on paper, so that you know of your overall income what is actually left for your other budgets after your main bills are paid. So you can then look at your other budgets, your food budget, your entertainment budget, any other budgets that you yourself have, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody has different things that they need to spend money on. But once you have separated out where you do need to be spending money, allow an extra 10% on top of all of your budgets. That just gives you that little bit of leeway, because when you're getting started you will make mistakes, and if you have that 10% to go into, it doesn't affect your overall financial plan. Once you've gotten used to budgeting, you should find you're hardly ever needing to go into that 10%. There's no reason why you should, unless there is some sort of emergency situation or something. But that 10% just gives you a little bit of leeway and a little bit of flexibility. Still, try not to use it. Remember, that is an extra 10% rather than being part of your initial budget. Once you've gotten used to budgeting and you're then not needing to go into that at all, that extra 10%, at the end of the month, you haven't used it, it can go towards your goals. It can go towards paying an additional debt, or that's some extra money towards your holiday. whatever your goal is. That gives you that bit extra. When it comes to actually setting your budgets, use all of the research you've done on your income and your outgoings. Go back through your receipts, work out where you are spending money, where you need to be spending money, and then you can look at your budgets based on that. Work out your budgets and stick to them. Give yourself a sort of a fun budget, which is a budget, even if it's only £5, that is a budget that allows you to say yes to yourself sometimes, which is important. You need to be able to say yes to yourself sometimes, because you will be saying no an awful lot. And knowing you have the ability to say yes occasionally will make it much easier to stick to. So make your goals, separate your funds, list your budgets out, give yourself an extra 10% on those budgets, okay? And then you can stick to them, start to move forwards with your finances. That's everything I've got to say for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments below what steps you're taking to sort of improve your financial situation. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd love it if you would subscribe if you haven't already. Videos like this come out every Monday, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!